Hey everybody, today we're going to show you some of the gear we use for shark fishing at the beach and the gear my wife uses to catch her shark bait. Okay, here is our sand perch rig. We're going to show it to you because we're opening up a brand new one for the catfish tear it up. It's a high-low rig, flip it over, and it's got two number 6 saltwater hooks with 25-pound mono, and I put a third one on there as a modification. Flip it back over. And these hooks allow you to catch everything without them swallowing. It's probably the best hook overall for catching bait in the surf. You can catch the catfish on them without swallowing it. One time she caught 12 bluefish on little pieces of shrimp before they finally bit through the rig. Okay, that's what it looks like. What I do is take one of the old hooks off a rig, put one of the old swivels on it. So now it makes it into a 3-hook rig. And a lot of the times they'll hit the bottom hook. Then we attach it to our bait rods via a little clip. These rods have 5 foot of 30 or 40 pound mono. Use the fish bites. When you hook the fish bites, it's like the bottom 1/3 of the fish bite. It makes it easier to take them off. In the summertime, you get most of your fish on the bottom hook. We've had the bluefish, and I think a nurse shark snapped the little snap off, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's cheap. It still bothers me. Miss any damn fish. For the colors on the fish bite, we use the pink shrimp and the flesh colored shrimp, the brown ones. I feel they might, have the color of the sand flea. We just started using the pink ones this year. We went one time and the pink one was catching all the fish. So we mix them up. In the summertime, we only usually use one piece. With this rough surf, I like more. And really, you do better off putting a little piece of shrimp with it. But like I said, we ain't messing with the shrimp no more. This is it. All we need is a couple of fish to catch our sharks. But this is a very effective rig. Very effective rig. You don't need pliers to take any of the hooks out. And the vast majority of the time we use a 3-ounce weight. And her bait rod is the 7-foot heavy action bass rod with a pin 450 SSG reel. And 40-pound line. It's been reversed a couple of times. Usually we put 30 on them. But like I said, it's free, so. Okay, so now this is her bait setup. And that looks really good, and hopefully the catfish won't tear it out. Okay, go get some shark bait. Shark bait woman. We already showed you the sand perch rig. Now I'm going to show you the little bit about the shark leader. I leave it attached, and what you can do, you just put the rod together, and you feed this through the guides with the little stopper Last one's a little tough, which is what you want, because you don't want the stopper to come back through, or you will definitely mess your guides up. And what happens if you happen to reel your line up, it gets stopped there, and it'll protect your guide. And then we clip a shark rig to this. So that's 60-pound mono twisted up as a GT leader, and it's connected. That makes a loop at the end. That's connected with what they call a cat's paw knot, which is a five times through loop to loop. I make a loop in the braid with a 5-turn surgeon's loop, and then I put super glue on that knot. Then the leader is 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot, or 6 foot. Today it's 3 foot. I have a 380-pound heavy swivel, and then anywhere from 300 to 350 or whatever for your swivel to your leader, but I got a snap ring. Most of the time for the shark rigs I use 255 pound. These are Texas Tackle split ring pliers. The best split ring pliers you can buy, period. Just a matter of what size you get. This is the large one. So then what you do, it only takes a couple seconds because the pliers are so good. And then there's the rig for today anyway. I like to throw the longest cable leader I possibly can. Today it looks like it's going to be the 3 foot, but with the 7-foot mono, the leader is now 10 feet long. So they ain't getting away from that. That's 100% rig. That's not made for the little sharks. That's made for the trophy blacktips. Okay, finally, some decent shark bait after we've been here like 3.5 hours. But it's the center part of a catfish. Saltwater hardhead. And they're actually good bait. I really hooked that with the hook exposed because they're really tough. And for some reason the bluefish don't seem to mess with them quite as much. And while we're on the subject of baits here, I used to not use the catfish. Blacktip Baits did a seminar on them, on saltwater fishing, mainly about the sharks. And he mentioned that they were a good bait. The next day we went, she caught one, I used it, and she caught a 65-inch blacktip. And her lemon shark was caught on a catfish head hooked through the top of the mouth. Who would think? But we use whiting, bluefish. I don't use much live bait because the sharks just rip them off. Especially the black nose sharks. So, and you don't need big baits and you don't need big hooks either. A 9, 10, or 11-odd hook is plenty big enough for casting. And that's, I would classify that like a medium-sized bait. A bluefish head would be a big bait. And it takes quite a rod to throw a big bluefish head in a 6 or 8 ounce sinker. And she's getting some sand fleas, little tiny ones. But now we got bait. So I got to get it out in the water. We're probably going to stay here a little bit longer than we would have, because the conditions, as far as the current, is not bad. But now the water's going to start to get shallow because high tide's going now. So, but the little whiting heads, little pieces of cut whiting, about the size of a pack of cigarettes. And the bluefish tend to not mess with the heads as much. I hook them anywhere from the top of the head to through the mouth. It just depends on how big it is. But you don't need these giant baits. I know people bring coolers full of all these exotic saltwater fish they caught. I mean, you can, but whatever you catch in the surf is what they're eating. So don't get too wrapped up on your bait. Whatever you catch while you're here, get it on the line. Okay, we're showing you some of our gear today. We already showed you the sand perch rig. I went over the shark leader a little bit. Here's our little shark kit. A short length of rope with a buckle on it so it slides through. I got a pair of gloves because you got to watch about cutting your hands with a braid, but I got that long mono leader, but it's tough on your hands, so I wear the gloves. Then I got a de-hooker I've been using for the last 2 fish. That's pretty efficient, even though I bent the shit out of it on the last one. I have a pair of linesman pliers that I take the hooks out with also, and they will cut a lot of hooks, but not the Mutu, not the Super Mutu, not going to cut them. They'll cut those Gamakatsu 4X strong, clean. And then I got a pair of just straight wire cutters. So that little kit goes in like a little black satchel type bag. And when you get a fish, they take you down the beach. We try to keep it less than 50 yards. But I had one take me 400 yards down the beach. I could not stop it. That was with a 12-foot surf rod. They got up close. The high tide and the water was 4 feet deep, and I couldn't budge him, and it took me all the way down the beach. So you got to have something you can pick up so you don't have to run 50 or 75 yards back to get your stuff to unhook them. But that's our little shark kit. Well, as the day's winding down, we actually catch a whiting. Now, was it on the sand flea?
Sand fleas. I put the whole little
so I don't think it was on the fish bites. I think they bit the sand flea. Well, I hope this helps some people out. And if you have any questions, hit us up in the comments and we'll answer them. Thanks for watching.